Hello folks, welcome along to A Taste of Country with Lucia Butler. I've got a young gentleman here beside me, Richie Remo. Richie, welcome.
Oh, thank you very much, Lucia, and welcome as well.
It's nice to have you, Richie, and it's my first time meeting you and seeing you live on stage. What a performance, Richie.
Thanks very much, Lucia. It was great, and it was a fantastic show as well down here in Hudson Bay, so I really enjoyed it,
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Richie, tell us a little bit about yourself, or shall we say tell the listeners about yourself. You're a young man. You're a little bit over 21, are you?
That's just slightly over it, like yourself, Lucia. But no, I'm very busy, and I've been playing music since I was 14 now, and I've been Richie Remo now 3 years, so everything's going well, thank goodness.
Okay, and do you come from a big family, Richie? Or?
I've got 2 sisters, and one of them's great at piano, and the other one's a singer as well, trained singer. So my father plays in the band with me as well. So the only person that isn't a singer is my mother.
Yeah. And would your mum and dad have been into singing that would have taken you into it, that you would have heard him singing at home, or?
My father would always have sang, and he always done spots, and he done Take Your Picks and sang with other bands, and always thought he was a singer. So I suppose that's where I take it from,
Okay, very good, Richie. Now, Richie, earlier on you were telling me a little story about the fiddle. I think it's a very interesting story that you should tell the listeners about this fiddle. How did you get into the fiddle playing?
Well, basically, I played guitar, and about 6-7 years ago, my father actually drives a bin lorry, and he was lifting a bin. There was a fiddle on top of it, and he brought it home, and he says, "There's a fiddle. Do you think you could play it?" And I basically went on and got all the strings and notes and that, and started to learn. Then, so it just went from there. It was a strange one,
Was it self-taught, Richie, or did you go have lessons as well?
Well, I was sort of self-taught, and at a fella that's given me a good hand with it, a fella Peter McKeever, writes songs as well at that time, and Peter guided me in the right way and showed me different techniques, and then I got a classical teacher to teach me a wee bit about holding and more things like that, and bow techniques and stuff, and just to brush me up and everything, and really, the lessons just helped to, bring you forward at it and learn you different things, so it's been great.
Mm-hmm. And Richie, tell me how you would have got into the music. What actually inspired you to go out singing and doing all that type as you were growing up?
Well, basically on my 12th birthday, it was for my 12th birthday. I says to my father, I want a guitar for my birthday. Do you start a band? And he says to me, if I buy you a guitar, you have to promise to put in the work and learn it and practice and that. So basically 2 years later, I done my first gig when I was 14. From there, it's just, I've been playing every weekend of my life, more or less, and now it's became playing all week, every week, and maybe I would normally try to take a Tuesday off in the week if there's no shows on, and that would be one day off the rest of the week, and maybe at the weekend I would be playing maybe twice on the Saturday and twice on the Sunday as well at the minute. So it's been very, very busy at the minute.
Are you a one-man band, Richie, or do you have a big band behind you? Or?
Well, basically what I do have at the minute is I do like a one-man show for different venues there and that, and daytime shows and things, and then I've got me and my fella, which is called the Fella and Son Remo Band, and we basically do a lot of weddings and corporate events and things. And then for the Irish country scene now, I've got my own live band as well, my own 5-piece. So it's actually our first date now in July, so it'll be the first time we'll be out as a band.
Richie, the performance that I saw there last night, you had a fiddle in your hand and you were dancing, and you had a bit of everything thrown in there.
It's been able to dance, play and sing all at the one time. It was funny, Declan Ernie, came on after, and it was very true what he says. You get a lot of good singers in the business, you get a lot of good fiddle players, you get a lot of good dancers, but putting it all together is, the difficult part, and for your breathing and for moving and for remembering everything and thinking about everything, what it is. It's a lot of, for doing a few songs, the amount that it takes out of you is serious, because you're doing 3 things at one time, and it's always trying to interact with the audience as well at the same time, and keep everything rolling, keeping everything smooth and smiling. It's very important just to put everything together and to do it. It's and I'm never happy. I'm always my own worst critic. I'm always trying to make things better, and that, so work hard at it.
Well, do you know what, Richie? Maybe that's not a bad thing, but what I saw last night was great coordination and great interaction with the crowd, and with the lights there, you were amazing the way you went around, and the crowd seemed to love you. Well,
the one thing I always say in my performance especially, I love to feel it, and I was feeling it last night, and if I'm feeling it, the crowd's always feeling it. It's great whenever everybody's in that atmosphere, and everybody's feeling the music, and that's what it's all about. And I just love whenever you've got the whole thing going there, it makes it so much easier easier for me to dance and play whenever I'm feeling the music. And I have to say the sound man was fantastic here last night as well, and the lighting and all this. The production was first class, you know.
A lot goes on behind the scenes that people don't really see or realise, maybe.
That's right. Well, I came yesterday about 4 o'clock, and I sound checked about 6:30, 7:45, you know, and you know it's
this is Michelle Sullivan's night,
right,
a suicide night,
Hudson Bay.
suicide awareness.
And you know, it's from, you know,